What's up, y'all? Welcome to today's live stream. Yeah, anyway, welcome to today's live stream. I'm him. It's January 1st, 2025, beginning of the new year. I published my last video of the year last night. It was a bit of a rush job. I was like, let me go ahead and, set up my goals for this year. So I don't have to do that today. I've had all week to do that, and I decided to do it before the year ended. So I'm good. If you haven't seen that video, feel free to go watch it. If not, that's fine. I really don't care. I'm going to be doing some like work, I guess, talking shit as well. The work that I have to do is not work that I'm going to necessarily show, which is why I'm probably also going to talk shit as well. What's this? Okay. Anyway, let's go over to actually. I had to email someone, so let me go ahead and get that started. What I'll do is I will share my screen, but I'm just going to write my email off over here somewhere else. Let's move this. Seriously though, it's not working. Oh, whoa. Seriously though? Okay. All right. Yeah. So this is interesting. Oh my gosh, my eyes burn. Cannot save changes. Okay, fine. It looks like I was in the middle of editing a video last week, and I was just like, man, screw this. Not about to do that. Let me go over to my email right quick and get this email out. Next. All right, just realized that I should instead wait for the introduction. So I just told my buddy to do the introduction instead. Okay, I gotta do shit. I'm not gonna do this live. I gotta do freaking I have to do stuff. I thought they got rid of this. I thought that the law was changed where you don't have to do this beneficial ownership information, this BOI shit. I'm pretty positive. I thought the BOI was going. BOI gone. Date beneficial information. You can't make this. Reinstated the injunction. Oh, okay. All right. Never mind. Wait. Hold on. Wait. 12/23. It's January 1st. Is a lot later. Besides this day, the previous injunction on the guy. Wait. The corporate is back in force. The new administration will drop the appeal. Oh my gosh. America, it's supposed to be easy to do business here, and I'm curious, why is the Department of the Treasury, why are they appealing this? I don't understand why they are appealing this. I didn't know I was about to go down a rabbit hole of this shit. Fuck, I hate dealing with stuff like this. Deadline, voluntary submission only. Has issued 5 notices extending the filing deadline to submit BI reports with certain reporting companies. See, that's the thing that sucks, is that large companies aren't required to do it. It's people like me. National Small Business United versus Yellen. Federal District Court in the Northern District of Alabama, Northeastern Division, entered a final declaratory judgment concluding that the Corporate Transparency Act exceeds the Constitution's limits on Congress's power, and enjoining the Department of the Treasury and Defense Center from enforcing the Corporate Transparency Act against the plaintiffs. Justice Department, on behalf of the Department of the Treasury, filed a notice of appeal. The Justice Department? Okay. Okay. Where's the I don't understand the justice that they're talking about here. Okay. FinCEN is complying with the court's order and will continue to comply with the court's order for as long as it remains in effect. As a result, the government is not currently enforcing the Corporate Transparency Act against the plaintiffs in that action. Oh, wow. So only them. Isaac Winkle's reporting companies from which so only these people. This is was noted March to reflect notice of appeal has been filed regarding this case. Let's see what they're talking about in this appeal. Why do they feel the need to do this BOI bullshit? The United States, March. Court found the plaintiffs are entitled to summary judgment as a matter of law. Defendants hereby appeal the court's final judgment to the United States Court of Appeals for the 11th Circuit. Brian M. Boynton, Principal Deputy Assistant Attorney General, and Diane. Who the fuck is this person? I want to start putting names to faces for these individuals who are fucking destroying our country. That's not him. Ah, okay. So it's some person who we don't know. It's maybe USA. No, that's not him. Say less. I see. Let me close this. This tells me a lot of what I need to know of this. Where is this dude? Yeah. Wait a minute. Wait, they don't give a reason? I kind of was under the assumption that you had to state a reason for an appeal. Is that not the case? Yes, you must state a reason to appeal a judgment. I don't know if I trust that. But this is federal. This isn't state. Okay. Let's see. Types of appeals. Although some cases are decided based on written briefs alone, many cases elected. Most appeals are final. The Court of Appeals decision usually will be the final word in the case. Wait. You get a written brief, oral argument in court. And then okay. Most appeal litigant who loses in federal court of appeals are not. I don't understand. I thought you had to give a reason. I'm learning things about how our state works, and this was accepted. All right, so the U.S. Treasury Department, which I'm about to talk about current events because this is pissing me off. I thought I was out of the weeds with this BOI bullshit. I was like, oh, I can get started with other shit. It may not seem like it's that big of a deal because it's mostly just giving them my information, but the issue is I shouldn't have to give them my information. It's none of their business. Like, I live in Texas. I should not need to be a part of some national register where they have all of my financial and personal details for some bullshit ass money laundering crap that they're talking about, when in reality, the largest group of money launderers in this country is the United States government. We do it all the time. In fact, whenever we're sending money, aid to all these fucking countries, that is us laundering our money. So it's just like, they're talking about, they're trying to prevent money laundering, but they're not applying this to everyone. They're only applying this to people like me and not to the organizations that are actually doing these things. Anyway, let me read this. Financial Crimes Informant Network has extended the deadline for many small businesses. And this is the thing, for small businesses to file a beneficial ownership information. It's like none of your business. This comes after a federal appeals court recently granted a motion to lift an injunction put in place by a district court ruling. Under the Corporate Transparency Act, the BOI reporting requirements went into effect on last year. Requirements are intended to help prevent criminals from using businesses for illicit activities. So here's the thing, right? I have a big issue with this. So they're reporting this, not reporting, but they're saying that this is meant to help prevent criminals from using businesses for illicit activity. So my question is, why the fuck do I need to give my information? I'm not a fucking criminal. I'm not a fucking criminal. So why am I on the hook for giving up my privacy, my freedoms for some fucking criminals? This is overreach. CTS requires many small businesses to provide information about their beneficial owners, who ultimately owns control of the business. Failure to submit a BR report by the applicable deadline may result in a civil or criminal, or both. So that means that you will probably get both. So, wow. So what this is telling me is that I can become a criminal if I don't want to give them my information. Okay. It seems like in our country, we make it really, really, really easy to become a criminal. Too easy. Under the CTA, the exact deadline for the BOI compliance depends on the entity's date of formation. The reason why this is relevant to me is because I technically formed it. I submitted the paperwork. So it formed today. So that's why I'm like, there was some reasons. I was like, I saw this. I knew about what was going on. So I was like, I'll just wait because I expected this to go away. Reporting companies created or registered before January. Yeah, whatever. Okay. District Court issues an injunction. December 3rd, 2024, U.S. District Court for Eastern District of Texas issued an order granting a nationwide preliminary injunction that enjoins the CTA, including the enforcement of the statute and regulations and implementing this BOI reporting requirements, and stays all deadlines to comply with the CTA's reporting requirements. The U.S. Department of Justice so it's not clear why. Why are they appealing this? And is this what is this what y'all are voting for? Are y'all voting to make my life more difficult? Because if so, I'll just move. I have the means. I'll fucking move. Leave this fucking hellhole. Like if it's really people here voting for this to make my life more difficult. I've incorporated companies in 3 countries. It used to be easy here. It used to be. I didn't used to have to do all this shit. Turn your leave. Okay, it's not giving me any information. I want to know why are they appealing it. It's not clear to me. Or how? How does this even stop? All right, let's see. How does BOI stop money laundering? Because I don't believe it. See what they have to say. Okay. All right. So I think that it starts here. So let's see what they have to say. Illicit actors frequently use corporate structures such as shell and front companies to obfuscate their identities and launder their ill-gotten gains through the United States. Huh, that sounds like what our fucking Senate and Congress does. That's what that sounds like. That sounds like what our government does. Gavin Newsom earns $225,000 a year as the governor of California. That may sound like a lot of money, but that's someone who, that's kind of around the range where I'm at for my normal job. That's not that much money in California. Now, let's take a look at his new house that he just moved into. Now, over the past 5 years, on average, I earn about $400,000 a year. I can afford a $9 million house. How in the fuck can he making $225,000 a year? So it's this BOI shit. Is it meant to prevent, like, is it meant to prevent people like him from stealing tax dollars? I hope y'all are seeing this, right? Like $9 million. Let's see what that would be on a mortgage. So I don't know if y'all know this, but for houses over a certain price, they are called jumbo loans and they have different lending requirements. Generally, they're going to want 25%, but it's probably going to be 30. Let's just use 25% to be conservative. He's coming out. He has to come out. I'm going to add up like closing costs, the down payment, all that. In order to take control of this $9 million property, he has to come up with $2.2 million to get this house for $9 million. You know, that's 25% plus the closing costs. No, it's about $2.5 million. Let's just say $2.5 million. If a man is making $225,000 a year, that means that it's going to take him 10 years to earn $2.5 million. But wait, we pay taxes in our country. You know, our government steals our money. If you're making that, you are paying about 34% real tax rate effectively. So out of that 224, you're maybe only taking home 130, maybe 135,000 over that 10-year period. So yeah, that's assuming that you don't spend a dime of that money. Like you just get the salary and it goes into an account and you invest it all and you only see wins. Even then, you will not have enough money to have this $9 million house. So how in the fuck did Mr. Gavin Newsom, on his little $225,000 salary, how is he able to afford a $9 million house? Now, at the same time, I'm being told by our federal government that the reason that they need to have my information is so that they can prevent criminals from committing fraudulent whatever bullshit. Meanwhile, the governor of the largest state in the union is somehow able to afford a $9 million house on a $225,000 salary. Okay. I think California pays property taxes too. You know what? I'm pretty sure they pay property tax. Let's see what that is. Property taxes, Cali. I don't know. I know it's probably at the county level, but I don't give a shit. I'm just average. It's good enough. California. So about 1%. I'm gonna use 1% because 3/4 is a little bit too hard for me to do right now. So 1%, is that of the value? 9 million? So that's $90,000 a year? The dude makes $225,000 a year before tax. After tax, he makes about $135,000 a year. Okay. His property taxes are 90 grand a year. That's before you get into your mortgage and your insurance and all that other shit. How is a man whose income is only 225K? How is he able, like, what is he, I need to be doing what he's doing. Maybe I need to become a criminal like our politicians, because it's become obvious to me that the only way to get ahead in our country is to just fuck over people and have complete disregard for our laws. That's what it seems, just be completely corrupt, but gaslight everyone and virtue signal to them and make them believe that you feel that you're like, that you're going for them. Like you have everyone else in your best interest. I think that's what it takes. And you know what? Maybe people deserve it for being stupid, for being just incredibly stupid, to believe that someone will care more about them than they will care about themselves. So yeah, maybe they deserve it. And by they, me too, right? I fucking live in this country. Whether or not I live in California or not, I'm still subject to the same types of corruption. We'll just call it that, corruption. Let's see what they have to say. Illicit actors frequently use corporate structures such as, yes, I know. Not only do these acts undermine U.S. nationals, no, wait, what? Not only do such acts undermine U.S. national security, all right, they need to back this up with something. This is a claim without evidence, but let me keep reading. Maybe they're going to talk about that. They also threaten U.S. economic prosperity. Oh, it's a money thing. That's really what it is. It's taxes. I think a much greater threat to U.S. economic prosperity is telling our children who are currently in school that a person in another country is more valuable than them, and that we as a country and as a society are willing to create laws so that we can bring in people from other places instead of investing in the children we have here. I don't make it make sense. Shell and front companies can shield beneficial owners' identities and allow criminals to illegally access and transact in the U.S. economy. Well, the U.S. economy is built on crime, so it seems like that's in the U.S.'s best interest. That's how the British did it until they lost their hegemony. If I can speak today, I can't speak. While disadvantaging small U.S. businesses who are playing by the rules. Okay. So their solution is to increase my burden. That's their solution. So it disadvantages small U.S. businesses. So our solution is to increase the burden on owners of small businesses, right? We have idiots in our government. I know I shouldn't talk down, and I've been told this from when I was a kid. I was a relatively smart kid. This just has to be said. Most people are stupid. And man, this feels bad to say. I used to think we were all equal, but no, fuck that. We are not all equal at all. We have literal idiots in our government. If their solution involves making my life harder, how does that help anything? In fact, if you study politics or economics or pretty much anything that deals with like human decision making and the consequences that will come after that, what are we doing? I don't know. I'm gonna keep reading. Maybe they're gonna go into detail. This is a long article, so maybe they're gonna give me some reasons. I'm angry. Recent geopolitical events have reinforced the point that abuse of corporate entities, including shell or front companies, by illicit actors, corrupt officials, present direct threats to U.S. national security. For example, Russia's illegal invasion of Ukraine. First of all, there is no such thing as an illegal invasion. I just want to make that clear. The thing about legality is that there has to be some force, some higher authority that can enforce those laws. There is no such thing in international politics. There is no such thing as illegal activity in international politics, because who's going to enforce? Right? Like, there is no, like, everyone's at the same level. It's technically an anarchy, right? Like, you know, like, there is no hierarchy. I mean, there is a hierarchy. It's big E, small, but, you know, for all intents and purposes, there is no hierarchy. And for them to say this is propaganda right here, Russia's illegal invasion, I'm not saying it's not an invasion, but it's illegal. It's like, if we didn't go into Iraq illegally, then can we say what they're doing is illegal? Did we go into Afghanistan illegally? Did we go to Iran illegally? Or what about Egypt when we were there? Was that illegal? Did we go to Korea illegally? What about the Philippines? Was that illegal when we took that over as our fucking colony? Was that illegal? I guess not. It's only illegal when our enemies. That's what it is. It reminds me of a certain segment of the population where it's yeah, Russia's illegal invasion. Yeah. Further underscore that the Russian elites, state-owned enterprises, and organized crime, as well as Russian government proxies, have attempted to use U.S. and non-U.S. shell companies to evade. Okay, so their solution to Russians doing things is to impose burdens on Americans. I think I'm being gaslit here. I think they're trying to use this fear of this Russia bullshit to try to pull one over. Anyway, this rule will enhance U.S. national security by making it more difficult for criminals to exploit opaque legal structures to launder money, traffic humans and drugs, and okay, we're currently, there is literal human trafficking happening right now here, just a few miles down the road. Are they telling me that is now somehow harder to do that? Because if so, why is it more? It's increased. I want to show y'all something. Just like I'm from Houston. Maybe you don't know this. Houston is a let's just look at some stats. How about that? Look at some stats. I don't want to what it said. Just give me a table. God damn it. Just need a table. Okay, now, why am I showing you this? If you look here, you'll see that the city that I just said that I live in is at the top. For about a decade, Houston was the sex trafficking capital of the United States of America. So I'm pretty familiar with the shit that happens. It's increased. And yet I'm being told that that this is making it harder. Okay. Sure. Fine. Let's just say I'll accept that on face value, even though it's bullshit. At the same time, the rule aims to minimize burdens on small businesses. Wow. Oh my gosh. Wow. Okay. So this rule is meant to minimize my burden. Okay. Millions of businesses are formed in the United States each year. wow, this sentence this literally added no information, but okay. These businesses play an essential and important, okay, great, another useless sentence. Small businesses are the backbone of the U.S. economy. Well, I can't tell because our government doesn't seem to give a shit about small businesses. They only tend to give a shit about large businesses. You know, the things like the banks. No? Those are big businesses. No, our auto manufacturers, it's a big business. Our airlines, that's a big business. But our small businesses, if we understand this is the backbone of our economy, why do we do everything possible to make it harder for them to compete with the larger businesses? Why don't we even have large businesses right now? Like, why do we have so many monopolies in this country? For a country that's supposed to be about freedom and choice and all this, it seems like we have less and less of it day by day. All right, I'm sorry. I had to respond to a text message. Where I don't even know where I was. I'll just start here. Accounting for a large share of the U.S. economic activity and driving U.S. U.S. small businesses also generate millions of jobs. Well, that's probably why we've lost hundreds of thousands of jobs. You know, we've made it hard for our small businesses to operate and make a profit because rents are too damn high. No, like let's say that you have a business and you are cash flowing 250, no, let's say 500K a year, you know, and maybe after rent, which is insanely high, you get to have a margin of a grand total of maybe 13-15%. So what's that, like $75,000 or something like that? Yeah. It seems like if we really cared about these things, we would lower the cost of rent. I think that's what burdens a lot of people, is they have these expenses that are fixed that they kind of have to spend, right? I mean, you could argue, yeah, you can live in a smaller house, like you can go get a box, you know, maybe you live under a tree or something stupid, but you still got to live somewhere. And that's for living. For business, for, you know, sometimes you got to be in a certain place, you know, to operate your business in. But if the rent is $15,000 a month, well, that means that you make zero money if you make $15,000 that month. You make nothing. You still got your labor costs. You still have your operation costs for the, you know, business and all that kind of stuff. You may have franchise fees, you know, you have all kinds of things. So it's like when it's all said and done, you're not really left with much. All right, which FinCEN expects the majority of reporting on? All right, approximately $85 a piece to prepare, submit an initial. Wait, I gotta pay for this? I mean, I am paying, I whatever. But wait, I gotta pay more money? Like shit. Now I have to pay for this. Created the jobs, all right. It is anticipated that it will cost reporting companies with simple management and ownership structures, which FinCEN expects the majority of the reporting companies approximately $85 a piece to prepare, submit an initial BOI report. In comparison, the state formation fee for creating a limited liability company could cost between $40 and $500 depending on the state. So what is their argument here? I don't understand the argument that they're trying to make. You know what? I'm going to ask ChatGPT if it can figure out what the hell their argument that they're making. What's up, Farseen? Hopefully I pronounced it right. What's up? Okay, so no, I wasn't confused. Okay. I wasn't confused. This first sentence has nothing to do with the second. I mean, I'm going to tell ChatGPT. So effectively, the cost is more. Okay. All right. So I'm not stupid, right? I did say I'm smarter than average. So I'm not fucking stupid. So they are trying, man, this is gaslighting. If I haven't seen it before, this is textbook. I'm gonna read this slowly. And we're gonna dissect this because this pisses me off. Okay. U.S. economic activity, let's start here. These businesses play an essential and important economic role, all right? In particular, small businesses are a backbone of the U.S. economy, accounting for a large share of U.S. economic activity and driving U.S. innovation and competitive. Okay. Small businesses also generate millions of jobs, and in 2021 created jobs at its highest rate on record. All right, yeah. Anticipated that it will cost, okay. It is anticipated that it will cost reporting companies with simple management and ownership structures, that's me, which FinCEN expects to be the majority of, okay, all right, approximately $85 a piece to prepare and submit in a BOI report. In comparison, the state formation fee for creating a list. So what they're telling me is that, okay, well, you know, this fee isn't so bad because in some states it's between $40 and $500. So sure, it's $85. It's not that bad. That's what they're trying to do. That's the argument that they're making. And when I say they, this is FinCEN. This is literally the fucking agency. They're trying to convince me that, oh, we need this. Let's have these people pay an additional basically $100. That's an additional 20% increase for me, at least, because it's almost $500. It's a 20% increase. If you're paying $40 in your state, it's a 200% increase. 100% increase. I'm sorry. I lied. If you're an MBA student, I apologize. It's a 100% increase. I learned that too. I'm doing it in my head right now. Like live. Right? So like this is oh my gosh. Bro, I'm not doing anything. Initially, I was going to send off an email. Then I was like, oh, let me get my buddy to do an intro email. And then I was like, I got this, I have some like operational type stuff that I need to do for my new entity, my new business that I started a couple months ago. And I looked at my email and it said that I had to report the BOI. There's the BOI condition, I don't know what it stands for, but it's this new rule that was instituted at the beginning of last year, 2024, that requires owners of small businesses to register with the federal government, provide personal information like my address, my phone number, my email address, and not just like not the business address, my address. And this is supposed to be a public thing that people anywhere in the world can access. Oh, and by the way, I had to pay $85 for the privilege of them fucking me. Now there's been some things on this, so like this isn't like a new thing. This was challenged in court, and there was an injunction put in place. But what happened is FinCEN, they decided to appeal that ruling from the courts. So now it's back on. So now you have to report this BOI shit. Let me actually look at the information that they want. BOI reporting. Let's see what information. And yes, of course, there's the loopholes, which is oh my God, I fucking hate this place sometimes. The loophole is if you are a big enough business, you don't have to do it. Whoa. So something that's here to prevent money laundering, banks don't have to report. Governmental authorities don't have to report. Securities issuers don't have to report. Like, come on. Are we, maybe I'm stupid, maybe I'm stupid. I always thought that, these would be the types of institutions that should fall under such regulation, but Who know? I'm just some old poor black kid. I don't know shit. Money services businesses, they don't have to do it. Broker and dealer in securities, they don't have to do it. That's interesting. Investment companies, they don't have to do it. Venture capital funds, they don't have to do it either. Accounting firms, they don't have to do it. Now, they're telling me that the reason why we need this is to fight fraudulent activity and all this bullshit. Meanwhile, all of the industries that would benefit from that type of scrutiny, nah, those are exempt. Fuck these people. Beyond the direct benefit to law enforcement, oh my God. And other authorized use, the collection of BI will help to shed light on criminals who evade taxes, hide their illicit wealth, and defraud employees and customers and hurt. I can't stop. I had to stop. When I was learning how to write when I was 4, one of the things that I was taught, and I remember it because I can remember certain things that are important to me, is that if you're going to list out information, you always start out with the thing that is the most important. They didn't say the who, it's like, but the most important. This is where I'm going to use my deductive reasoning skills to say that they're doing that. They're listing this in the order of most important to least important. We have to ask the question to who? To them. It's most important to them. So what's the most important thing for this bullshit ass BOI crap? This right here. They're trying to figure out who's not paying taxes. And I can't even say their fair share because this is going after small businesses, the ones who pay taxes more than the larger ones who offshore their money in overseas accounts and never reshore the money. Apple comes to mind, just as an example. Anyway, the second thing, hide their illicit wealth. See, I'm a big fan of paying attention to words. Illicit. This is a qualifying word. It's an adjective in this, but it's a qualifier essentially. But I'm looking at this as a dog whistle. What the fuck is illicit? I know what it is technically. I know that I'm not stupid, but what is illicit? It's ambiguous, right? Law shouldn't be that ambiguous because what the fuck's illicit? What's illicit? Anyway, and the fraud employees. All right, yeah, okay, sure. And customers. What I see here is that when you're in grade school, like middle school, junior high school, when you're learning how to write, the different writing styles, like you have expository, you have persuasive, you'll have an essay, you have all these different types of documents that you write. At least that's what I learned. What we learned is if you're going to give a collection of points, you want to have it a minimum of 3. And what I've noticed is that what most people do is they take that minimum of 3 and they just say, oh, it needs to have 3. So what they'll often do is they'll have a point or maybe 2, and then they'll try to think for a third one just to try to make it make sense instead of just realizing, oh, maybe I can just not have 3 and I'll just say this in that, right? People they have a rule that we have to do the thing. That's kind of what I'm saying here. This almost feels like it was just tacked on. And the fraud employees and customers and hurt honest U.S. businesses through their misuse of shell company. That's a lot of and. That feels like this was just, oh yeah, we need to fill this out. We need to have something that makes it feel like that we're actually doing this so that it's in the best interest of our citizens. That's what this feels like to me. This feels like gaslighting. The rule describes who must file a BOI report, when information must be reported, and when a report is due is yearly. Specifically, the rule requires reporting companies to file reports with FinCEN that identify 2 categories of individuals: the beneficial owners of the entity and the company applicants. Wait, oh fuck. Oh God, let me see something. How does BOI affect board members? Members of a board generally exercise such control over. Wait, what? HOA? And their information must be reported and fenced in on the BOI report. Why is it showing me a HOA? Holy shit! Am I gonna have to? What if not all of my board members are American? Like, are they subject to this law? All right, I'm gonna reach out to a buddy of mine. I don't understand how I can't text people. Like, I can't pull up their contact, yet when I scroll through my messages list, I'm looking at their name. Apple is truly trash. Their software, Apple software. Their hardware is top notch. I love it. I'll never go no Apple hardware. That's a lie. I'm going soon. All right, let's go back. All right. Let's see what information they are expecting. All right, final rule. Yeah, careful because it's bullshit, man. Fuck y'all. Reporting companies. The rule identified. Okay, yeah, we got that. Okay, so a domestic reporting company is a corporation, limited liability company, or entity created by filing of a document with Secretary of State of any similar office under the law of the state or Indian tribe. Oh shit! I thought they were a separate nation. I didn't know that they were subject to our laws. Interesting. Foreign reporting company is a corporation, LLC, or other entity formed under the law. Wait. Okay, under the law of foreign country that is registered to do business in any state. 3. Okay, FinCEN expects that these definitions mean that reporting companies will include limited liability, partnerships, other types of legal. Okay, what I need to report though, that's what I want to show. I don't want to show my form because it has some information that, you know, like that they already have. But yeah, the other stuff, like I'm not trying to put my home address on any of these things. Like, that's dangerous, especially these days where we don't criminalize criminals and we instead criminalize law-abiding citizens. I don't know if y'all have noticed that lately. Okay, all right, so exercise substantial control. Okay, so then, so long as they don't own 25% of the company. The rule defines the term substantial control. I think I have a way out. I think I have a way out of this. It says that they have to have a 25% ownership interest. I could just have a 24% ownership interest and use my other company, maybe my other friends, they can like have a smaller percentage interest in or something. That way I can avoid it. Yeah, substantial control, yeah. Define the contents. We ask set forth range of activity. This list captures anyone who is able to make. Oh shit! No, never mind. Okay, anyone. Approach this done to close loopholes that allow. Well, I'm searching. I'm not done. I'm not reporting it. I'm dead ass. I'm not reporting that shit. I guess I'm gonna have to be a criminal. And that would be America shooting itself in the foot, really. Like, okay, sure. I know I don't pay as much taxes as your large business, but it's 6 figures a year. So, you know, I guess if they want to instead spend 6 figures a year to imprison me, then yeah, so be it. At least I'll be getting my money's worth. Paying me back my tax dollars. I don't have to pay this outrageous ass rent anymore. That would be dope. Maybe, you know what? What if we all just decide collectively as a society that it's like, all right, sure, send us to prison. We'll just go live for free. I wonder if it'll lose its like its luster, you know? know what I mean? Where like once everybody's done, it's like, oh, who gives a shit? Like you can't really scare people with it anymore. I think it's used to control people to a huge extent. Four pieces of information: name, birth date, address. This is the issue. This is my issue right here. And a unique identifying number. That's an ID. That's a government ID. That's what they're saying. I know this guy. I know him, the nomad capitalist. I think, you know what? I'm fuck it. I'm going to it's 2025. I think it's a good time to start thinking about a 5-year plan. The ultimate goal is to leave America. So I got to find another place, another home that I could, or another place I can consider home. So Dubai, Oman would be one that I would consider. Malaysia. Tax situation is dope out there. Thailand. I mean, I would live in Thailand. I don't know if I want to. Yeah, sure, I can consider Thailand. Are there any other places that I've been to that I'm like, yes, I could live here? I've been to a lot of places and I'm like, some places I don't know if I could truly live there. Like I've thought about going to Africa, several countries in Africa, but I'm like, I don't think I could actually live here, you know, like not long term. Not Singapore. The thing with Singapore, and it's nothing bad, it's just that they're close to the crown, you know? Plus, it's expensive in Singapore. It's incredibly expensive. They've been experiencing inflation as well there. Lots of folks are moving there. Let's see, Singapore. Gosh, what is the what's the site? CIA Singapore. No, it's not. It's not that. Fuck. What's the agency? CAI? Singapore CIA News. CEA? CMA maybe? CMA Singapore. Nope. Oh wait, I'm looking at the wrong thing. Haha, come here. Why don't I know the name of the networks? Let's see, SG News Network. It's not SSN. It's not SSN. Oh, CNA. Haha, CNA. All right, there we go. Let's go and let's. It's a podcast. I'm not about to. Okay. I don't want to. I'm not. I don't want to. Like, I don't know if it's. Let's see. Maybe it's a video. Maybe we can. No, it's not. Oh well, no. They have words. They have words. There's a transcript. Or no, never mind. There's not. Shit. Okay. It's gonna be a little harder for me to find something. Let me open up. Shit, I don't have my VPN installed on here. Give me a second. I have the app on my phone. There we go. Okay, this is what I wanted to show. All right, so this is rents, essentially. It's an index, just keep that in mind. But this is over the past decade. What do you notice? You know how we're over here bitching and moaning about our rent being 30, 40% higher? How would you like to pay triple? Or double? My bad. I forgot this index is not percentage. Very hard to get a freehold house. Those are expensive as fuck. So you'll probably be getting like a flat or something like that. There was a point in time when I was looking. I was strongly considering moving to Singapore. To the fact where I had even gotten permission from my team at GitHub. GitHub HR I couldn't work there essentially. We didn't support it. So I was actually willing to quit working at GitHub where I was doing all right and move. So I looked at the prices of real estate here, and it's expensive, especially when you consider what you're getting. So let's take a look at some areas. Oops, let's go to buy here. The site is a little slow because it's located in Singapore, right? Like their servers are there, and I think in Jurong or something like that. Okay, here is a example of a typical Singaporean apartment or house, whatever you want to call it. It's generally like a box, like most things. You have a window to the far side, and then you have a kitchen like right at the front of the door where your washing machine is, your washer, no dryer, typically just a washer. Some of them, like the richer ones, they will have washing machines, dishwashing machines. They all have ACs like this. They're never central, so they're either going to have a heat pump that's on the outside that's like this, or it's going to be these. So they always direct air directly at you. I hate these, to be honest. But yeah, let's take a look. So this is kind of what you're getting. This is a 975 square foot, and this is in feet. Normally everything is in meters, so it's probably like, I don't know, 30, 40 square meters, 50 square meters, something like that. I don't know. Oh yeah, typical bathroom. It's not that large. It's pretty small. Now, I'm gonna just say this is 2 million Singaporean. The way you can kind of think about it is take 30% off, and that's what it is in dollars. So what would that be like? 1.4 million dollars. That's what you're paying for this. The loan, right? The thing about loans there is they don't. So America is the only country that has fixed mortgages. That's the benefit of being in America, that we have 30-year fixed mortgages. That exists nowhere else on earth. Nowhere. So their interest rates, they rise and fall with interest rates, with the real interest rates. So your house payment can be high. It generally can be higher. It's never low. It's just higher, higher. So what this is saying is that you can expect to pay $7,100 Singaporean a month if you were to purchase this on your mortgage, right? There are other costs and fees and all that other kind of shit that you be paying. So 7,000, I think that's about, I don't know, like 5,800 maybe. I don't know. Let's go check. I don't want to lie to you. So we'll do wait, what was the number? 7,100 SGD to USD. Yeah, I was close. It's 52. I was just said 58. So it's about $5,200. Now, let's give you some context. That ceiling that you're looking at, that's a 9-foot ceiling. I don't know. It could be 8.5. I'm assuming the one, like in the places where I'm normally staying, like the ceilings are 9 feet. That's tall there. I can touch, like if I just stand up and do this, I'm touching the 9-foot ceiling. So that means when I'm putting on my shirt, I gotta be like, I don't want to hit the ceiling, that kind of shit. 5,000 a month. I live here where I have 11-foot ceilings, and this is 1,300 square feet and I have this awesome ass balcony and all that kind of shit, I don't pay $5,000 a month. So that I'm just trying to give you like the difference, right? Like it's more expensive. What was the website that you were reading the business stuff? Does it apply to LLCs? Yeah, it is an LLC. Yeah, it's for LLC. That was the FinCEN. It's not a business website. This is the this is our government website. See, FinCEN.gov. You don't know about this? If you have a business, bro, like you need to know about this one. It's potential fine, civil or criminal or both. That's the punishment for not giving them this information. It went into effect January 1st, 2024. So last year, they were talking about it in 2023, which is part of the reason why I'm like, I'm gonna wait. And here I am fucked with it. I don't know if I can, I've already paid to, I'll be at a loss. I'll be at a loss because I've already paid to get all this stuff set up and fuck. Additionally, the rule required, okay, my bad. It says it here, my bad. Yeah, so I was just looking at here because I was trying to figure out why did they appeal the decision, because I think December 3rd, the courts basically said no. And I learned that I didn't have to do it. So I was like, all right, perfect, out of my life for good. And then a few weeks later, they overturned it. And now they're talking about I may have to do it by January 25th. But I'm just like, it's too much gaslighting here. They're trying to sell this to me as if it's going to help me in lower crime and that it's like, it's no extra burden, right? Where it's like, oh, we don't want to, let me find that word, burden. I think I saw it, yeah. So they want to minimize burdens, but at the same time, they're asking me to pay an additional, like, what is this? 20%? Is that 20%? Almost. It's like between 18, let's say it's like 17%, I think. You know, that $85. And the way they're trying to say, oh, well, because the LLC costs $500, you should be okay with paying this $85. And I'm like, no, fuck y'all. I already pay enough in taxes. So how are my taxes not enough? I pay so much in fucking taxes. I don't understand why I need to pay any fees to have a business, which, as they tell me, is the reason. Wait, is that what it says? Small business are the backbone. So they're telling me that I need to be burdened, yet I'm the backbone. If I'm the backbone, why the fuck am I needed? Why am I spending $85 to be the backbone of the US economy? That seems ass backwards. Hence the reason why I now have my 5-year plan that I'm writing out of, or at least starting. I need to figure out where I'm gonna go, right? So I got to figure out like which one of these places has the best, you know, whatever I need for my business. So that's the first thing. Like, which one of these places? Honestly, Thailand is not a great place to do business. I'm crossing that out already. Thailand is just to live. I would never do business in Thailand. Malaysia, I need to learn some more about Malaysia. Dubai and Oman, that would be easier. I would be fine with doing Dubai. But yeah, Thailand, that's strict no. Fuck that. I'm not doing it in Thailand. And I'm fine with in Dubai and like Oman and all that. You generally need a local citizen there to partner with. But fortunately for me, I have friends who live there. And if I was going to do anything over there anyway, I would be working with them regardless, whether it was the law or not. So it's like they would be a part of it. So honestly, that's easy. So I'll probably end up doing Dubai. I've already made up Dubai and Malaysia, but it's probably be Dubai. The question is, do I want to live in Dubai? The answer is no. I don't want to live in Dubai. I'm fine with living in Oman, but I'm not trying to live in Dubai. I think I'd much rather be in Malaysia. Now, where in Malaysia? That's where things get interesting. So I would likely go to, I don't know what it's called, but it's like something Johor Bar or something like that. Whatever the hell it's called. Johor, that's what it's called. But the southern part. See, Johor Bahru. So this is probably where I would be. And then I can live over here where the Chinese built these ghost cities that no one's living in. because Malaysia kicked them out. I could go live in one of those places and then literally walk across the bridge into Singapore if I really needed to do Singapore shit. To me, that seems like a much better arrangement. Here, I'll show you a little bit of Johor. It does look different when you get to Malaysia. I'm not even gonna lie. It's like going to the other side of town. Oh man, but yeah, this is Malaysia, and it's cheap as fuck. It's insane how much cheaper it is. It's disgusting. It's disgusting how, like, you're looking to the Woodlands, which, yeah, they have a Woodlands, and ironically it's on the north side of the island here as well. Where's the Woodlands? Let me see if I can find it. I think it should be up here. Yeah, Woodlands, right? So you got the Woodlands up here. These aren't like, you know, the highest end, most fancy shit, you know, it's typical working class, whatever. But compared to over here, the price difference is night and day. It's not, you know what? Let's see. Let's go look at some price differences. Vacation, Woodlands. Okay, see here, much cheaper, half the price. That's what I mean. Like it's it's half the price. So yeah, this is what a $500,000 will get you in Singapore, and this is probably a HPD flat, so it's probably subsidized. Wait, a fixed mortgage? No, fixed mortgage is the standard in America, where we have our privilege, where we take it for granted. And by we, I mean not me. I'm very well aware that what we have here doesn't have to be the case. But yeah, this is what you can expect to get for that price here in Singapore. No, so when I was looking for places in Singapore, everything that I was looking at was in that price range. It was between $2 and $3 million. Because, you know, for me, like, I'm used to here. And that was one of the things that, you know, we were talking about. It's a difference. I was like, well, I make enough. And even if I don't make enough, I will make enough. I'll just go earn more money type of shit. So I'm not having to be living in a cramped ass box kind of thing. All right, but so we see what it is here. 628,000. That's about 500K in our money. So let's see what Malaysia will cost. I don't know much about Malaysia, so I'm gonna have to figure out where. Like, do they have a real estate app in Malaysia? Like, what do they use? Malaysia real estate, maybe. Realtor? Oh, Property Guru. Oh, okay. I didn't know that they were in, I didn't know that they went over to Malaysia. So this would be Johor Bahru. Yeah, we'll do buy. I wouldn't actually buy anything, I'm just saying. Okay, let's find, okay, so this right here, let's find something that looks halfway decent. Okay, this is 1.5. This right here is 680, 1300 square. Okay, so this is the same size as where I'm living at here. All right, cool. So this is 680. Do they use Riyadh? I don't even know what their currency is called. Is it Riyadh? What is their country called? Malaysia. Riyadh. Or is it the Riyal? I don't know. Is it Riyal? Currency. Oh, ringgit. Oh, okay, of course. All right. So let's see what that translates to. Sorry, I'm coming down with something. My eyes have been burning and nose is running. So we're gonna do 600, and we'll do that in dollars. Wait, did I do that right? 1, 2, 3. Yeah. 600,000. Wait. Let's do it the other way. There you go. $134,000. All right. So if we go back to that map here, the house in the Woodlands, which is this area right here, 632. Oh, let's use American. $500,000. Go 10 minutes this way, $135,000. Oh. Hello? Yeah. I feel like I'm coming out with a cold or something. I don't know. Oh, well, later. I'm streaming right now. I say later. I'm streaming right now. Oh, I'm just later. I'm not gonna be streaming all day. I'm already been on for over an hour. Yeah, I guess that works. All right. All right. Bye. Oh my gosh. I'm a. I don't know. I'm gonna take some medicine at some point. I'm like, I have medicine. I could go take it. Okay. So yeah, the price difference is substantial, and it's not just that. Everything is cheaper there. But the food for me at least is cheap. I'm fine with eating hawker food. I don't really have to eat at a restaurant. Although even the restaurants, I know they are expensive, but everything's relative, But yeah, when I was looking to move here, I was looking at some places and they were expensive as fuck. And it's not because I wanted to pay a lot. I was like, shouldn't they be cheaper than where I'm just like, it's so much smaller and you don't really get shit. It's more expensive. It makes sense. All right, let's see some others. Actually, I could show you the community, or I don't know if it's a community, but the apartment that I was looking at. I think I gotta find it on a map though, because I don't. Maybe it's near MBS. Yeah, I have to look on a map. Cause I don't actually know the name of it anymore. So it's not Clarkway. Bukit Puri. I think it's this area right here. It's over here somewhere. Fuck, what is that? Man, I forgot the name of the place, what it's called. It's a very specific community. It looks dope. It's like, I don't know, let's see, best Singapore areas. Maybe there'll be an image, I don't know. Cause it's got like it's got architecture. Yeah, I want to put architecture, architect. Oops, my phone's doing some weird shit. Yeah, just fix it. Here it is, this right here, this building. It's not this one. There is another one where they have like on the inside. Wait, I think I just saw it. This shit right here. So I looked at here. I was like, man, like this would be kind of cool just to like walk around and just whatever. But yeah, I was looking at the place. I'm like, yeah, nah. I'm like, nah, I'm good. I'm not gonna live here. Yeah, but it's just beautiful. So I was like, maybe I can kind of get over it. But a lot of the units that were available, and I was only looking for rent. I wasn't going to buy anything at that time. But the only units that were available were the internal units. And what I mean by that is your window just faced other people's window on the outside of the building. And I want to look out. No, I don't want to look at, I don't want to see people. So yeah, I was like, nah, I'm good. But yeah, this some of the shit that that you would see there, right? Like they have amazing architecture, and this is just one of many, right? Like there are other places that are just, oh my gosh, just like wow, it's amazing. I think I have a picture of this building. I met someone randomly. In fact, I don't know if sometimes he may watch, but I met him in Singapore near here at this place. I was getting tea coming from the garden or something. I don't know where I was going. Anyway, I think Malaysia, Dubai is probably going to be one of those. And this is a 5-year plan. So that's, that's 2030, which might be perfect because, there are some statistics that are saying that by 2030, let's see, most females single. Yeah, hopefully it'll figure out how to, no, it didn't figure it out. There you go. We'll figure it out. Yeah, look at that. Yeah, so it might be the perfect time. While we have half the population of females single, I need to dip the fuck out. You know? No, I can't be staying here. I'm 6'4". That's what they want. They want someone like me. I need to leave. So not forget there's a whole, the world is big, bro. It's big as fuck. It's so big that I'm like, I don't even know if I'm at a point now where I don't even want to go anywhere because it's just too much. I'm not talking about money. It's just like too much. Just too much time. Just everything. It's just too much. Too much money too. Everything. It's just too much. I'm good with travel right now. I don't want to do anything. All right, so this is something that I would like to get, and partially, I think I am going to get something like this. About 40, most likely 45, 40. I want to have a house in the 3 places that I frequent the most. So, yeah, and own. Normally, I'm very against owning a house that I'm not living in and not making money in or whatever. But this. I just got to make enough money. That's where I'm at. So this year is about figuring out what it is I'm going to do that's going to print money. I need a money printer because the government has one and they are making my money go down somewhat. It's not that they're making my money go down. It's that they are forcing me to gamble my money. And I hate it. Because if I just leave my money in cash, I would have lost so much due to inflation. Purchasing power has gone down. So over time, if that money's not growing, then it's literally being stolen. It's being eroded. So I am forced to find investments, to dump it in and hope that they return a profit and they don't lose money. It's gambling. So I'm risking my money, being forced to risk my money. So yeah, I think that by just having a house, it'll be mostly a place to park cash. I think that's what I'm going to have to move to now because inflation doesn't seem to be going away. Let's look at the Fed data. All right, let's look at the Fed funds rate. Summary of economic projections. This is really it. All right. No, this is a projection. That's bullshit. The current rate is 4.4. Fed fund rate. Let's see what is it the 30-year treasury, 10-year treasury, whatever it is. Is that here? 10-year. I don't know about y'all, but when I see something like this, I don't know, maybe I know I'm special. I'm not like some, it's just special, It's hard for me not to see up and to the right. That's what I see. And it's hard for me to accept that this is just gonna all of a sudden turn around. Given that it hasn't all of a sudden turned around for the past year. Right? Or 2 years. Wait, yeah, it's 2025 now. Yeah. It hasn't turned around for the past 2 years. So, it's just I can't, my mind just doesn't operate. I can't see how this is oh yeah, this is going down. Cause that's what we've been being told by our media and our government is that, oh yeah, inflation is down and things are going, oh, this is 2 years. Oh, what the fuck? 10-year interest rate. I said inflation was. Up. Oh, we got them here. Year real interest and your expected inflation. I would like to see the real inflation too on top of this graph. I don't know if you can do that with their thing. Oh, look at that. Oh, look at that. Okay, now we're getting somewhere. Little zoom into over here. So we've been under. I guess that's okay. I'll be back. I need to go take this medicine. I'm fucking dying. I'll be back. I need to go take this medicine. I'm fucking dying. I'll be back. I need to go take this medicine. All right. I'm on 2 different medications now. I got the Zyrcam in my mouth, letting it melt. So I'm gonna be talking funny for a little bit. I also took some allergy medicine because I don't know what it is. I just did both. I'm curious though. Y'all see that incident that happened on the train last night in New York? What do y'all think about that? I think it's a sign of things to come in this country. It's man, we fall into a level of degeneracy that's, it feels like a movie. Nah, not the Burn Alive one. Here, I'll hold on, give me a second. I shared it on Instagram. Give me a second. Wait, I know I sent this to somebody. Who did I send it to? Oh, Pratik. I sent it to him. All right, cool. Hopefully, I don't get demonetized for this. It's on the news. No, everyone else is doing it. And what I'll do is I'm going to move it I'll just move it right there. Okay. All right. So you can find it if you want. It's easily found. Let me close it off because I don't want them taking off my anything. I don't want to strike or anything. So I didn't show the shit. Fucking YouTube censored bitches. Push them in front of a moving train. That's what. All right. I didn't show the train. I didn't even show the actual push, but that's what happened. That happened last night in New York. Just saying. Oh, and this happened too. Yeah, we could talk about this too. The shit that happened in New Orleans last night. These are things that I was, while people were celebrating, I was looking at all these things. I'm just like, my gosh. Oh, look at this. Okay, all right. Oh shit, my bad. I didn't even show it. My bad. Yeah, these are things. Here, I'll bring it up again. You know, while people were celebrating, I was looking. And then let me make sure I move it out the way. So you see, right here. I didn't even show it. And then out of nowhere, okay. So I'll bring it up again. He pushed him in front of a moving train. Move it out the way. So you can imagine what that means. Right here. And then out of nowhere. Oh shit. By the way, whenever I have my giant box of Kleenex on the desk, just typically I'm sick. I normally only have Kleenex if my nose is running, which is very rare. All right, anyway, let's go back to, I just saw there's some news that just came out, some updates. They found they got the person. And I hate to say, there's this saying, people like to say the usual suspects. Well, that's what I'm saying here. Let's turn down the music right quick. We'll watch this and let me make sure I make it a little bit smaller. I'll share this with y'all as well, you know, just for reasons. All right, so let's watch.
Morning, everyone, and thanks so much for being with us here on Live Now from Fox. The time 5:41 on the East Coast and 2:41 on the West Coast. My name is
to your question, no, I think that's not even relevant to what happened here, and you'll see why in a second.
Is Josh Breslow, and I'm here to bring you all of your top stories and live events from across the country and across the world. I do want to get to some breaking news that we are following here on Live Now. Take a look at this video coming in from our Fox 5 New York station. Here is what we know about that suspect right there on your screen. Police said
that's not. He might be an illegal immigrant, but so far he looks like he's just a black dude.
The suspect has been arrested after a man was pushed onto the subway tracks.
And when I say black, I'm not talking about from Africa. I don't know, maybe I'm just in tune with it, but black people walk different from Africans. We also look different. I can tell the difference. I know some of y'all may not know. You know, some of you more, I don't see color folks may not be able to tell the difference, but most of us sure as hell can. He looks like one of us. I don't think this has shit to do with any H-1 visa or immigrant. I don't think that's it. And the person who he pushed was a white dude, so that ain't got shit to do with him.
Near Chelsea, all of this happening Tuesday afternoon. That is according to NYPD. Now, the suspect, identified as 23-year-old Kamel Hawkins, has...
Yeah, and that name, Kamel Hawkins, like, come on now. Like... like, let's be real. There's only one group of people who are our skin color who gonna name someone Kamel Hawkins. Anyway, let's keep going.
Been charged with second-degree attempted murder.
Wait, what?
And
why is it
second-degree assault? The victim, a 45-year-old man, we're told, was shoved onto the subway tracks there at the 18th Street station. That is over in Chelsea at around 1:30 p.m.
He deserves death. It's just straight up. I don't like this idea of second-degree murder. No, bullshit. I want him hung publicly.
Local time. He was struck by a south.
We need to bring back public executions. That's where I'm at. We can start with him. I want to see him publicly hung.
Found number 1 train and rushed over to Bellevue Hospital by first responders. We are told that he is in critical but stable condition. Authorities say at this time it does appear the attack was random. They are working to gather more information.
I don't think I would have. Like, the guillotine era was very different. That wasn't a bunch of it wasn't the same, right? Like, it's not people out here committing all these crimes and shit. That wasn't what was happening. It was class war, essentially. Very different. I don't want to live in a society where I have to worry about getting pushed off of a fucking platform. I just don't want to live in a place like that. And no, I don't want to live in a place where we do public executions, but I think that by having those types of executions, I think that would be a strong indicator to the rest of society that we're not about to fuck around with this type of shit. And it's like, you will do that at your own peril. I think the only reason people do this shit is that at the end of the day, they know nothing's going to happen. Like, let's be real. When this man goes to prison, he no longer has to pay for food. He no longer has to pay for shelter. You know, the things that most of us free people have to pay for. He's going to get that for free. Paid for by my tax dollars. We're in debt. We have a deficit. Why in the fuck are my tax dollars going to support this piece of shit nigga? I don't understand. Fuck him. I want to see him hung. Dead ass. Now, I'm not saying, again, I don't want to see just like public executions everywhere. I think that there are certain things where it's like, nah, homie, we need to, you get to be the example. No, maybe it's like we do 1 or 2 a year. It's like, that's enough. But nah, this is not good. This is not okay. And you know what? This affects us in a much deeper way than what you may be just thinking right now. A black man pushed a white man off of a platform doing this time that we're in right now, where we have record levels of tensions, racial tensions in our country. Right? You may be smart enough to understand that this one individual may not represent us as a group, but people don't think that way when it's emotional. And honestly, I can see why they would be emotional. So I'm looking at this as like, not only is he fucking it up for, himself, now he's fucking it up for me. I don't have shit to do with the kind of stuff that he's doing, yet for whatever reason, I'm lumped in the same boat with him. No, fuck that. Kill him. No, kill him. No, he doesn't need to be spared. He doesn't need to be spared. For what? What is it called? You go to what do you call it? It's not recreational. A corrections facility. Like, that's what they call it, the Department of Corrections or something. Like to like get you back into society. Do we need him in society? And what value can he possibly add? Do you know that we no longer have much need for manual labor in our country? And the manual labor that we can get, they come in to the southern border anyway. So it's like, why do we need him? What skills does he have other than pushing a dude who's on his cell phone minding his own fucking business off a subway? Is that a skill that we need in our society? What value can he add by doing that? I don't know. Maybe it could have been the United Healthcare CEO. Maybe it could have been that. I guess maybe, but no, it wasn't that. It's just some random ass dude.
Police have not held a news conference or anything of that nature just yet. Once they do, we'll make sure to bring that to you right here on Live Now from Fox. We also have a post that is coming in now from New York City Mayor Eric Adams. He says an innocent bystander was the victim of an appalling act of violence at the 18th Street subway stop today. Due to the quick efforts of the NYPD, a suspect has already been taken into custody. My heart goes out to the victim and their family, and I pray for their recovery. Again, so much information left to figure out at this point, but I do want to take you once again to this video that is just coming in from our Fox 5 New York station.
All right, they're just repeating the same shit. Okay. But yeah, you get the point of what happened. Now, there's another incident that just happened in a New York correctional facility. And this is why I'm like, if you look at it just as an isolated incident, it's still bad, but you got to zoom out and look at it in context and in the grade of what's going on in the world. So just the other day, what is it? New York corrections, prisoner, I forgot his name, handcuffed, beat, dead. This guy.
New fallout tonight from video showing the deadly beating of a New York prison inmate. The governor now rolling out new changes, with our Shaquille Brewster asking the family's attorney whether they go far enough.
Growing outrage and the shakeup tonight at New York's Marcy Correctional Facility. New pictures showing Governor Kathy Hochul visiting the prison just days after the state released disturbing video of officers fatally beating 43-year-old Robert Brooks as he was handcuffed earlier this month. The video was blurred and redacted by investigators. Brooks, who was serving a 12-year sentence for first-degree assault, was pronounced dead the next day on December 10th. His son, Robert Jr., speaking out at a demonstration Monday night.
His killing must be a catalyst for change. Justice must be served.
Governor Hochul writing in a statement, the system failed Mr. Brooks as she announced several reforms, naming a new prison.
Let me give some details that I don't know if they didn't really, I mean, they kind of said it, but it feels to me that they kind of glossed over it. He was handcuffed. They did say that. His hands were cuffed behind his back. He wasn't resisting. They picked him up by his neck. I mean, I've seen the whole video. They picked him up by his neck several times and slammed his head back and forth down on that hard ass table. They kicked him in the face a couple of times. They kicked him in the testicles a couple of times. I think it was 6 people total beating him for 4 or 5 minutes. That happened very, 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 very recently. So we have a black man being beat by six folks, you know, and I guess some nurse who's complicit in the thing, I suppose. And then next day we have some black dude pushing some white dude off of a platform in the same city within the time span of a week. And there are other things too, right? These are bigger stories, but like there are other things that are going on there where it's just like, no.
Rushing $400 million for more cameras at correctional facilities across the state.
Oh yeah, yes. Because yes, cameras. That's what we need. Cameras would have saved this man's life. I see where the problem is now. I see, you know what? If we would have had a camera angle right here, you know, if you know where this little yellow thing is, maybe if a camera was right there, he would have lived. You know, maybe if they would have turned on their body cams, he would have lived. This dumb, oh my gosh, she's an idiot.
This month, the video was blurred and redacted by investigators. Brooks, who was serving a 12-year
sentence. Oh, wait, let's go. What use is this? The dude is laying back with his hands cuffed behind his back. We got Jose Zapata over here smiling, laughing and shit. We got this dude look like he's smiling. We got this dude barely can get his knees above his hips looking ass, trying to kick him. He's just over here standing there. I don't know where the nurse is. So it's like, you know, 2025 is it's not starting off well. We have all-time inflation. The Fed they basically just say, you know what? The projection that we said that we're going to maybe do 2 rate cuts this year. Yeah, nah, about that. We're not doing any. Inflation is ticking back up. You know, we still have layoffs happening. You know, prices of everything is high. People are losing their homes now because the eviction moratorium has ended. And now banks are starting to, you know, go through the foreclosure process on people. We have all these natural disasters that have fucked entire regions of our country. Hawaii is still fucked up. South Carolina, North Carolina, whichever one of the Carolinas is still fucked up. Parts of West Coast Florida still fucked up. It's a lot of things that are fucked up right now. Lots of people are upset. Lots of people are not feeling great about how things are going. Oh, and to compound this, a certain segment of the population is sad and bitter and upset that they lost an election. And it's just like, all right, is this really the best time to, you know, we have war. We literally have wars going on, like biblical prophesized type war shit happening right now. What's the name of the place? Aram? Is it Aram? There's a thing in the Bible. Hold on, let's see. Let's open up ChatGPT. See if ChatGPT can teach us some things. I grew up in the church, but I'm not like I've read the books. I'll say that. Like I've done that at least, which is more than most Christians, I think. I'm dead ass. Like most of the so-called Christians don't even know what the fuck is in their Bible. Is it interesting? Well, interesting to me. Anyway, let's open up ChatGPT. All right, let's is it Aram? Aram is a city. Hopefully, I don't know. I'm just hoping you can figure it out. All right, Aram. Then it's not. Yeah. Okay, yeah. Aram is not a city. It's the region. Okay, Aram, Syria. Okay, there's a thing. Oh man, I don't. Syria. Okay. Now let's see what's happening in Syria right now. Let's go look at some things. Go to ground news maybe. Actually, I don't think I could do ground news. I think I just have to use the regular internet. We'll go CNA. And let's do Syria. No, this isn't. I don't know if this is Syria. No, this isn't about Syria. They're moving there. I forgot when they did it. So I don't know the date. Maybe they're not gonna have it. Let's see. Google, if I can spell properly. Syria, Israel. Oh, maybe. Okay, maybe they're gonna work it out. There's this thing about it's like a. I don't know. I don't even talk about it. Let's just say that here in America, we had it in our minds that we're going to take over the entire continent. Syria is probably not going to be Syria for that much longer. I'll just say it that way. I'll just put it that way. Yeah. Yeah, things aren't good right now. I'll need to find. I'm gonna let me see if I can find the actual story, and I'll share that. It happened 2 weeks ago, I think. That's why I'm drawing a blank. I'm getting hot now. This right here. All right, I'm gonna have to go soon. Wait, why are you going to Beirut? Okay. My friend is dropping off a GT3. He's gonna let me hold it for, I guess, while he's out traveling. Okay. Oh, okay. In a few days. All right. Cool. All right. So I gotta. Wait, where is he at? Yeah, there's Logan. Okay, so is that cool? Yeah, that's fine. Yeah. All right, yeah. So I have I gotta leave in 30. I gotta go downstairs and pick up the whip. All right. So this is the 992. By the way, if y'all are into cars and all that kind of stuff. Okay. It appears Israel censor secrecy. Yeah, whatever. All right. Anyway, they're in Syria right now, right? And there is some stuff in those books. I'm not gonna say, I don't know if it's the Bible per se, because I've read more than just the Bible. And I don't know where honestly, I don't know where any of the stuff that I know comes from anymore. It's just all the same shit. And it's not just the Christian stuff, it's the Islamic stuff, as well as the Judaism stuff. Now I will be honest, I know far less about the other two, mainly just due to the fact that I was raised here. You know, this is a Christian nation, whether you accept it or not. We have Christian values. Your values are Christian. I mean, I believe it's this idea that we're all equal, and not a very Christian thing. So I embody that. Like that's just what I was raised with. Plus I grew up in the church too. So of course I was exposed to it and all that kind of stuff. I was also exposed to the other religion, not Islam until later in life, but the other one, Judaism, earlier in life, just because I grew up around, I grew up around them. I'll just say that. Like they were family friends. Like this. Yeah, I didn't know that they were treated a certain kind of way in my mind. I'm just like, they were almost like my family. That's how I looked at it. So anyway, I know a little bit about that, mainly because of the relationship I had with my grandfather, which, you know, the relationship we had with the family who I'm referring to. I don't know. Things aren't looking good, but that's okay. What I'm probably going to end up doing is trying to stream more often than last year. I did set my goal. I know somebody said, I forget who it was, said you didn't watch the video. It's fine. The video is mostly for me to hold myself accountable, but I still have a stream watch hour goal. However, the amount of watch hours is no longer as important to me. It's still like, but that's not my main goal this time around. Now I'm going to try to do, I don't even want to say it. I'm going to try to do a 28-day stream challenge where I stream every day for 28 days. That's 4 weeks. Yeah. Things like that are hard because like if you miss one day, you have to start over. So it's like, man. So I'm starting today. Actually, I'm not technically, I'm saying I'm starting today because I started streaming today. Hopefully I stream tomorrow and the day after and all that other kind of stuff. And yeah, we'll see how that goes. Oh, yeah. Here's what I found. Everything that you start with, it starts out hard. You know? Starts out hard. It will be tiring, it will be draining, but over time you adapt, you acclimate to it. That's what happened this past year with my schedule. You know, I had a very ambitious set of goals last year. The 400 stream hours, that's to me that's a big deal. that's a lot of hours. You know, the amount of videos that I put out. Sure, like you may be like, oh yeah, it may not be that, the videos may not be that great, but it takes a lot of time to go out and capture footage, to get it offloaded onto my computer, you know, get it organized into a project, do the editing, get it uploaded, like the thumbnail. There's a lot of stuff. And it started out very, 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 very hard. However, you know, toward the middle of the year, it just became normal. It's like, yeah, whatever. I know I need to do the thing, so let's just do the thing. And I think it was good for me, because here we are on day one of this year, and here I am streaming. It requires literally no effort from me anymore. When in the past, to do these live streams, it felt like it was more effort. You know, whether that is due to the fact that I had to worry about the actual operation of the stream, you know, like there's a lot of software that's going on to make this work, to, you know, just not having things automated, but it's easy now. So I expect that to happen. You know, it'll be hard, and I'm going to figure out ways to take shortcuts and get it done. And I'm fine with taking shortcuts, you know, if I get it done, because, you know, when you do the shortcut, you get more shit done, and there's always next year. All right, I think my medicine is starting to work. My nose don't feel like it's running the way that it was after this. Whoa, 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 whoa. What the hell? I've just read this in passing. Why does he think it could take up to 4 years? Oh, okay. Well, the headline doesn't say that. Okay. Drafting a new constitution could take up to 3 years. That's assuming that the powers that be allow you to create a constitution. And yeah, and that's my worry, is I don't know if they will even have that as a possibility. This is kind of a big deal. It may not. It's bigger than it appears. Let's look at a map. Okay. It's important to look at this map because you got to understand the geography, like what's going, like who's here, you know, who's aligned with who. Do the people in Turkey, do they really like people in Syria? I'm not saying I know or not. I'm just, this is a question you should think about it. Like, do they like them? And why was Russia for the longest amount of time propping up, you know, the al-Assad regime? And they, you know, they couldn't, you know, continue to do this and Ukraine. So they like, no, we abandoned here. But like, they were an ally of Russia, and Russia is in the middle of a war with Ukraine, which happens to be an ally of NATO. All of these folks over here, like all these here, right? So Syria falls. Well, who is aligned with Syria? Well, Syria is not that far from Iran. You know, like here's the border, like Iran. Like it's not that far from Iran. It's not that far from Iraq. You know, there's there's power struggle here, you know? What groups are these people? Do they all believe in the same things? Huh? there's a hint in there. So yeah, it's just it's some stuff. Some stuff. Where's Medina? Fortunately, Medina is far away from here. The reason why this is significant to me is because in their version or in their like prophecy or whatever, they give a specific event that will usher in Armageddon. And it's the destruction. Well, it's not, I don't know if it's the destruction of the city, but the fall of the city, or like people will leave the city or something like that. I'm not Muslim, so if you happen to be Muslim and you know this, inform me, enlighten me, let me know. But my understanding is that the fall of this city is going to mark the beginning of the Armageddon Wars, and yeah, all the other BS. That's I don't know if I should call it BS. I'm not calling it BS in the sense that it's actually BS. I'm just saying like it's a bunch of bad shit BS that happens after this. So that's my worry, is that, you know, whether you believe in these stories or not, 4.2 billion, or maybe it's 4.5 billion people do. And you know, they are in positions of power, and maybe they have these ulterior motives where they're like, yeah, we want to do something to drive home this, to fulfill some prophecy, and to like, that's my concern. And yeah, it's related. Like all these are related because they all started here. Like they all started in the same place. Yeah, they all started right here in the same place. You know, there's Nazareth up here. You know, like there is where's Mount Sinai? Like all these places, they're all here. Like all those stories, it's all here. And all these wars that are starting to break out in this region is worrying me, because, you know, I would like to be right. I would like to believe that the Bible is mostly just like, you know, parables, you know, just stories. That's what I would like to believe. I don't want to believe that, you know, what they're talking about will happen is going to happen. So it's concerning to me that there's too much action happening up here right now. Man, I would love to go to Medina. I don't think I'm allowed though. Yeah, look, I don't even think, yeah, look at this. I don't even think you could do Google thing. Oh wait, you can? Oh wow. It must just be points. Yeah, that's what it is. It's people within a business doing it. I'm like, I don't think that you're going to see you're going to get to see the city. But from everything that I've heard about it, it's beautiful. It's a beautiful place. I'd love to go there. I'd be down to go to Riyadh too. I gotta plan my trip out to the Middle East again. My concern though, and it's a real concern, because when I do go back, I did want to go into some of the other places. So when I went to the Middle East, and I'm saying Middle East as in like, I went to the Arabian Peninsula. All right, so I was with Muslims, right? Like, so I learned a lot about you know, their religion, their culture, and all this stuff. And it's dope. And it honestly, I learned more about you know, some of the shit that like our values from them. But I would also like to go to wherever, you know, the Christian stuff is too, just to see like, how is it different from this crap that we have here in America? Because I don't think that the Christianity that's here is the for real truth Christianity. And the reason I think that is because for whatever reason, Ethiopia has their own Bible, and the original Bible is written in Aramaic and in Hebrew. So I have a feeling that these Europeans up here out in Italy, I have a feeling that they did more than change certain stories to make it adapt to some of the pagan gods that they all believe in there. I think they did some other stuff too. So yeah, that's kind of the reason why I want to like go explore more of these regions, because I mean, it's important to a lot of people, and whether I truly believe in these stories or not, I think it's irrelevant. It's not about me, and I figured that out. It's not about whether I believe it. It doesn't matter. It's true because people believe it to be true. It's a weird way of looking at it to some people, but you know, like there's this, gosh, someone, I don't know if it's a thought experiment or someone said this. I don't know who said it, but if you were to go to an island of cannibals, and let's say that, you know, on that island, they believe that people who show up on the water in a boat, they can't eat those people. Now, you as a person who doesn't know, who's not part of their culture, who doesn't believe in their religion, whatever, you may not believe in their God. But here's the thing. Their belief in their God spared your life. So it really begs the question. Does it really not exist? Because if people make decisions as if it does, then it's like, well, it doesn't matter if it exists because people are making decisions as if it does. So it's like, it does exist. And that's kind of where I'm at, where I'm like, you know, it doesn't matter if I believe it. Over half the world's population does. And it turns out that the world's most powerful nation that we've ever known is a Christian nation. Derived from the former empire of Rome, which extended all the way to the United Kingdom. And there's this story in the Bible about how Constantinople, and basically Rome essentially, will fall. And I mean, Rome has already fallen, but there's also this prophecy that Rome will fall, you know, after they talk about it. And it's interesting that, you know, the United States was founded by people who fled religious persecution, Christians, from here to here. And it's the most powerful nation on earth with an empire that, you know, like, you know, it's hard to say that it's not the Roman Empire because, you know, if we have a president who is Catholic, which we have had, well, then who leads him? Is it his Pope? Oh, it was just a question. I don't know. Oh, shit. I forgot to respond to one of these people. Oh, gosh. I thought it was done. It's coming back. Anyway, so what do y'all think about all this? Any of this interesting at all? Honestly, I don't understand why there's so much strife between these three. They're all cousins. Like, they freaking come from the same place. A lot of the same stories. Believe it or not, Muslims believe in Jesus. they accept that he was probably like, it's I don't know, this is weird. Yeah, there's a lot of stuff out, but I mean, to be honest, some of the stuff is, and I'm not saying some of the knowledge isn't open to you. I'll just say it that way. There are certain things that, despite your best efforts, you are unlikely to ever learn it because you are not a part of a specific group. There is secret knowledge. I'm not trying to, like, we're not about to get into that kind of shit. I'm just being real, that there is secret knowledge that you are not allowed access to. It is not available on the internet. It's not available digitally. It is locked away in vaults underground in this weird place. It's so tiny. Let me just, this weird city-state country that, why is it so rich and powerful? I want to go here, by the way. No, I'm not Catholic, but you know, like I said, a lot of the values that I have are supposedly Christian. At least that's what I've been told. You know, I don't know if they're the real Christian or just the paganism shit that, was it Constantinople or Constantine, whoever it was, who basically brought Christianity and made it the official religion, and like married a bunch of paganism with the religion. Gave Yeshua a new name, Jesus. Jesus Christ, Christo, like that's the pagan shit. So I would like to know how much of what it is that I've been told is, oh, this is our religion and all this kind of shit. How much of that is actually true? Because, you know, these are the OG propagandists. You know, they're not this rich for no reason. There's this school here, you know, here in Texas, just straight Jesuit. I don't know if you know anything about Jesuits or what it is. Like, what is, let's get rid of that. Let's Jesuit. Let's see. Here we are, Jesuits. Headquartered in Rome. Engaged in evangelization, apostolic ministry, work in education, research, yeah. But there's also something else, which I wonder if it's censored here. I guess it is. Or maybe soldier? Okay, okay, there we are. God's soldiers. Like when you start learning, like, because a lot of the words that we use, they came from older uses. Like they came from other meanings, and we just use them for the, yeah. Lots of things. I had to learn these things as well because I went to a Presbyterian school where it was required that we take like some religious credits. Like we had to, like, there were courses for religious credits that we had to do. So I took some. So I learned a lot about different things. And I was just like, oh, this is very interesting. Anyway, that's that. That is straight Jesuit. But yeah, I want to go here. But even when I go, there are places with like that I will not have access to. And it's not because I'm not whatever. I'm not a part of the clergy or cleric, whatever they call the people in bishops. I don't know what the Catholics. I don't know. They have their whole higher. I don't know any of their shit. But I think you have to be like some on the high something, like a pope or something, to be able to see some of this stuff. And even if you go in, like, it's not even written in English. It's going to be written in scripts that you probably don't even know exist. Languages that have been dead for thousands of years. Latin. Isn't this insane? Why are there sphinxes in this building? Where did they come from? Why are they here? Why do they exist in all these other places? Why is this art so freaking intricate? It's stuff like this where I need to go here. I really want to go here. You know what? Maybe I will go. Maybe I'll go this year. Yeah, maybe. Let's see. Maybe I will go this year. See what it looks like. Can I get there on United? That's really if I get there on United, I'll go. If I can't, then I don't know. I'll have to think about it. Vatican. Rome, whatever. I guess, yeah, I would have to go to Rome. Whatever. That's why I say it's really weird. It's like its own country within a country. It's weird. Yeah, whatever. We'll just pick a random date, I suppose. Valid departure date. Sure. If it's under $3,000, I'm down. I'm going. Yes, it's so cheap. All right, so I've decided that I'm going to the Vatican this year. I need to decide like what day I'm gonna go, but I'm going to the Vatican this year. Vatican City. And I guess I'm going to Italy, I guess, because I have to. Shit, but the issue with Italy is that theft is a big problem there. And I'm definitely going to want to bring my camera, so I got to figure out a way to make sure I can go there and not lose my new camera, which, by the way, let me go show it to you. It's my new camera. I know it's kind of weird that you're looking at me on the camera. By the way, this, the camera that's here is no longer my A7S III. So y'all probably didn't know or care, but this entire time I've been using my A7S III as my live streaming camera because I was using my A7 IV as my photography camera and video because it's better for photography. But I have finally received my A1 Mark II. Is it gonna focus? No? No, but how about this? Let me take off this mic. I went downstairs to do some recording earlier. Oops. But yeah, there you go. I got the, is it gonna focus? No focus? No? Okay, well, all right, fine. Again, this is a different camera. I gotta, maybe the settings, I need to adjust the settings for being on my desk. But yeah, I got my new camera. Now I got to get another lens because I accidentally, and this sounds stupid, but it's because it is. I accidentally sold the wrong lens. And I honored the deal. I honored the deal because I was like, you know what? Yeah, it's my fault. So, fuck. So I ended up, I don't have my G Master lens anymore, my zoom, so I had to buy another one. Yeah, I'll leave it at that. I'm fucking. It's did I ever get that Fuji? Yeah, I got 2 Fuji cameras, and they came within a week of each other, and I returned them both. I didn't want them. It's too late. I'm just like, I ordered that shit in February. I'm like, I'd rather have this A1 Mark II. So, nah, canceled them. I sent them both back. I'm like, I'm just gonna keep this. I'm probably gonna end up selling one of the cameras. Either the A7, I don't know, maybe the A7S III, maybe I'll sell that one because at least the A7 IV can double as an actual camera. And this does everything the A7S III does. So, and to an extent, it's line skips. So I don't know, maybe I won't. Oh, perfect. Anyway, like I was saying, I got to get a new lens. That's where I'm at. So I want a prime. This is a 20 mil. This is actually the lens that used to be on my camera. That may be why the angle looks a little bit different. I put my zoom lens on here. This is the F4. I was just like, I needed this 20 mil for something else for a quick second, so I took it off. And I'm like, you know what? I need a wide angle lens because my 40 mil is too close and I want a 24 mil. So I'm probably going to rebuy the 24 G Master 1.4. And that's so that I can, video. It's mostly for video. But I gotta go because the car, I gotta go pick up this car. So yes, I'm about to head out. If you enjoyed the stream, thumbs up, that helps. If you want to see more of this, subscribe. You can follow me on places. You can join Discord if you like. If you don't like it, fine. Yeah. Have a good rest of the day, and talk to you later. Peace.